today. I would like to see your questions. Yes? Okay. All right. So I am going to share the screen to show you the homework from yesterday. And I would like you to send me your answers in the chat box, whatever answers you've come up with, and then I'll write some samples here. Yes. Okay. So we talked about, complex sentences yesterday. And we talked about, for complex sentences, one part of the sentence is dependent on the other, right? Okay. So I asked you to come up with one part of the sentence which is dependent on the other. So for the first question, we went out. This part of the sentence is complete. So I wanted you to write a dependent clause for the first one. Okay. After we attended the seminar, we went out. Great. Fantastic. After taking a shower, we went out. Yes. Good. Fantastic. Good job. Right. And even though it rained, we went out. Fantastic. Good job, guys. I'll write that one here. The answer given by Nasima, even though it rained, comma, we went out. Fantastic. After eating a meal. Meal is singular, so you should have the article a. All right. What about the next one? After the sunset. We had our dinner after the sunset. Fantastic. So here, the second part of the sentence is dependent. Therefore, the first part of the sentence should be independent. Good job. We had dinner after the sunset. Good job. Fantastic. I'm very happy to see that all of you were able to apply the things that we learned in class yesterday. What about the third one? I won an award for the first time, which, what kind of details can we add here? We can talk about how we felt, right? We can talk about the consequences. Yes, which was an amazing experience. Prabgeet, it should be was, because the first part of the sentence is in past tense. Yes, which was commendable, which made me happy. Fantastic. Good job. All right. And the fourth one, I won an award for the first time, which made me glad. Yes, which was astonishing, which was given by my school principal. Harry, it should be was, because the first part is in past tense, which was given by the CM. Yes, okay, good job. Which meant a lot. Yes, definitely. Good job, Anshu. All right, next one. I went to a beautiful place in the mountains where. So now we have to give details about something we did there. Yes, Nasima, where we went for trekking, or where we went trekking. Good job. Where I played basketball. Yes. Good. Where I saw many flowers. Yes, great. Fantastic. Where I saw a beautiful sunrise. It should be a beautiful sunrise, since sunrise is singular. Yes. Where it was snowing. Yes, fantastic, Sai. Good. Okay, let's try the next one. We struggled to find our way home. Now, what kind of details can I give? As we lost the route. Yes, Angel. Because it was dark. As it was dark. But we succeeded. Fantastic, Kushbu. Nice sentence. But we succeeded. Good job. Because we lost our way. Yes. You can even use which. So I can write, we struggled to find our way home, which took us a long time, or which caused us to be late, or which made us late, right? So you can use sentences using which as well. But we reached home safely. Yes. Great. Good job, guys. Fantastic. Very happy to see that all of you were able to answer the questions from the homework. Very happy about this. All right. Okay. So let's move on to today's session. Are we ready to start with today's session? Today we are looking at 10 tips for essay writing. Yes. 10 things that you absolutely need to do and need to know in order to score well in your writing section. Now, all of us know that the writing section is difficult, right? Because the evaluation parameters are very strict. And even students who get a good score in other sections usually find it difficult with the writing essay task because they are very strict with the evaluation. So we will be looking at things that we can do in order to improve our writing score. So just like yesterday, I will be giving you a plan, a study plan, things that you should be practicing on a daily basis. Yes, and I will give you homework for today as well. So come back tomorrow and share your answers for that as well. Okay, so those of you who are here for the first time, please subscribe to our channel, because when you subscribe, you will be getting reminders for our master classes on a daily basis. So you can follow up, you can attend the master classes, which are completely free, and you will be learning a lot of things. Great, Sehaj. Good that you've already subscribed. So every day our master classes are happening. And once you subscribe, you will be able to come back and watch the recordings of the master class. I know that many of you are working, some of you are studying, so the timings may not always match. So in case you miss today's session, you can come back and watch the recording on YouTube. So we are streaming all of our sessions on YouTube, so you will be able to come back and watch the recordings. You can find the link in the chat box in order to subscribe. I am sharing the link again as well. You can use this link to subscribe. Great. Okay, so let's get started with the 10 tips, right? Okay, great job. Let's continue with today's session. First things first, let me introduce myself, since many of you here are new. Some of you don't know me, so let me introduce myself. I'm Swati Ravi. I'm an English expert and an IELTS trainer here at LeapScholar. I have more than 8 years of experience. I have more than 5,000 hours of teaching experience. I have taught more than 3,000 students up to this point, and I've helped many students achieve great band scores in their IELTS exam. I am a British Council certified IELTS trainer and a TESOL Canada board certified English language trainer. So whatever questions you have about IELTS test, I guarantee that I will be able to answer it and give you guidance on whatever your questions are. So please feel free to reach out to me and ask me whatever questions you have in the chat box. Yes? Great. All right, so let's get started. 10 things that absolutely must know for writing a good essay. So what are those 10 things? Before we look at the 10 things, we first need to know what really makes the difference, right? So we want to get a good score. We want to get a 7 band or an 8 band, but we don't know what the issue is. I'm constantly getting a 6 in writing. I don't know why, right? So I need to first know what separates, say, a 5 band and a 6 band from a 7 band or an 8 band. So let's quickly look at what the differences are, and then we will look at what we should be doing in order to improve our scores. Yes, Anshu, I hear you. Generating ideas can be a bit of a problem sometimes. Today, I'm going to give you tips on how to generate ideas as well. We'll also talk about how to tackle different essay questions. Yes, we know that there are different types. So we will be talking about generating ideas for those different question types. Yes, okay. So first yes, Vinod, you're right. We'll need to rephrase the question. We will be talking about that in a bit. Let's start looking at the things that really separate. So these are the band descriptors. These are publicly available. You can go to the IDP site, the British Council site. You have this information available. So this tells you what is the response of a 6 band candidate across the 4 evaluation parameters. And you will see the difference between a 6 band and a 7 band. Now, this is a lot of information, right? So I have simplified it for you. So these are the 3 things that we absolutely must keep in mind, right? So first thing is task response. Now, task response relates to how well you have answered the question. So are your ideas clear, first of all? Yes. Are they fully expanded or elaborated? And is there a clear conclusion? These things contribute to task response. If you don't have a clear introduction, if your ideas are vague, and if your conclusion is repetitive, you will not score well in task response. Now, for a band 5 or a band 6, more importance is placed on coherence and grammar and things like that. But you will notice that for anything above a band 7.5, content becomes equally important, right? Yes, grammar is important. Yes, vocabulary is important. All of that is important. But if you want a really high band in writing, there is quite a bit of importance placed on the content as well. Yes, so we will talk about how to elaborate ideas clearly, fully, how to expand them, how to have a good conclusion. So we will be talking about all of these things. So those who are here for your first time, this is the first class, I'm happy to have you here. Please make notes, note down things that are important and start practicing them. So whatever we teach in class, those are things that you need to start applying right away. Great. Okay, so task response, we will be focusing on having clear ideas. Yes, no repetition, and we have to elaborate our ideas. These three things are extremely important. For coherence and cohesion, appropriate use of cohesive devices. So for those of you who do not know what cohesive devices are, let me quickly tell you, cohesive devices are nothing but linking words. Words such as because, as a result of, additionally, furthermore, all of these words are linking devices. We have to use them, but we should not overuse them. A band 6 will overuse it. You will see a linking device in every sentence in a band 6. Okay, so just because you know linking devices, please do not overuse them. You should not have more than 3 in one paragraph. Yes, conjunctions are also a type of cohesive device, Mahima. They are included. Yes, okay. So cohesive devices are inclusive of conjunctions, adverbs like additionally, furthermore, all of these words are linking devices. So you should be careful about the use of it. No more than 3 per paragraph. Okay, so please keep this in mind. We will only write 3 per paragraph. Okay, next thing is your paragraphing should be clear. You should have a clear introduction paragraph. You should have 2 body paragraphs, and you should have a conclusion paragraph. This is mandatory. You cannot change the structure. Yes? Okay. Now coming to grammar, we need to have complex sentences. This we talked about yesterday as well. And we talked about complex sentences in detail in yesterday's session. And I have also done previous sessions talking about the construction of sentences that will get you a good band score. You can go back and watch that video if you would like for more details on how to construct complex sentences. We will not be focusing on that today, but you can go back and watch our videos on the construction of complex sentences. Okay, so continuing with today's session, let's look at what those 10 things are. Yes, these are the 10 things. After we look at this list, we will apply these 10 things. Okay, everyone ready to apply all the things that we're looking at? Fantastic. Yes, you can find all of these videos on our YouTube channel, which is why I'm asking you to subscribe so that every time we add our new videos, you will be able to come back and watch it whenever you have the time. Great. So, fine. So these are the 10 things that we are going to do for essay writing. First is that you need to, once you read the question, first thing you need to do is you should make a list of ideas. If you don't spend 5 minutes planning your essay, it is impossible to get a good band score. So the use of your outline, this is absolutely important. You need to spend 5 minutes planning. And in that 5 minutes, you are going to list out as many ideas as you can. Now, many students think that, okay, it's enough if I write one idea per paragraph. So after this, I will elaborate on this idea. Then I will give an example. Okay, this is the structure. Yes, this is the structure. But if you want a really good band score, one idea per paragraph is usually not enough. And I will show you next after this, I'm going to show you why having more ideas leads to a better essay. And I'll also teach you how to generate those ideas. Yes. Can we explain 2 points in a body paragraph for the same idea? So we will be talking about that. We are going to talk about how you should have one idea that is very important, and then you can have more ideas that are smaller or less important, right? So it is okay to have that, but usually one idea per paragraph will leave you feeling like I don't have enough information. Now, this 6 to 8 ideas is not for a single paragraph. This is for the full essay, right? No 8 paragraphs, no. I'm just saying that one idea per paragraph will not be enough. Yes, yes, Vinod, you would have noticed that when you write just one idea and elaborate on it, you will not be able to write an essay that is very convincing. So we are going to talk about that in a moment. We will be looking at an example. Next, prioritize and combine. So once you have 6 to 8 ideas, after that, we have to decide, okay, which one is more important? Which one should I talk about first? And which one is less important? Which one can I use to elaborate? Then I will try and combine any ideas. Yes? Okay. Next, we will be looking at the main idea. You should always have the first idea, which is including other things. For example, if I say, let's say water pollution, air toxicity, and then I have, what else? Noise. Can I combine these 3? What do all of these fall under? Under what category does all of this fall? What can I say? Water pollution, air toxicity, noise. Exactly. Yes, Nandagopal. Yes, Anisha. All 3 of them are related to pollution. So which one will I use as my first point? Yes, environmental pollution. Fantastic. So I will call it environmental pollution. And what will I do? I will use that as my first idea, right? So my first idea will talk about environmental pollution. And then when I'm elaborating, I will talk about these in detail. When I'm elaborating, I will talk about water, I will talk about air, I will talk about noise. Yes. So this is what I mean when I say that you should have a main idea that is including the other things. It is necessary for you to have your first idea as the most important. And when you're elaborating, then further you will talk about the other things. Yes. After this, we will try and give an example. Example can be related to any one of the points. Yes. So this is the structure we'll be following. And overall, you should have an introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. This is what we will be talking about. Okay. Next, for discussion essays, we will try to use different perspectives. Okay, we'll come back to this. I will teach you how to generate ideas using different perspectives. I'll show you some examples after this. For opinion essays, we will stick to one opinion. Again, this also, I'm going to give you examples in the next slide. Okay, next, I want you to make a list of 10 prepositional collocations. Does anyone know what prepositional collocations are? Any idea? Can anyone tell me what you think it is? Just even an example will do. What do you think? Yes? Any ideas? Due to? Yes, definitely. That's a prepositional collocation. What else? In, under, after, before, those are prepositions. I'm talking about prepositional collocations. Yes, in addition to, owing to, absolutely. Yes, after all, fantastic. Okay, so in your essay, it is very easy for us to use words like, for example, I can say detrimental to, right? I can say irrespective of. I can say as opposed to. I can say in contrast to, right? These are what we call as prepositional collocations. And using prepositional collocations will definitely improve your score. So you should learn at least 10 prepositional collocations and try to include them in your essay. Yes, prevent from, absolutely. Preferable to, this can be used. I can even say associated with. Yes. So these kinds of prepositional collocations, when you use them in your essay, it includes lexical resource and it also adds to your flexibility. Yes, ideal for, yes, Rahul. So any word along with a preposition is what we call a prepositional collocation. Yes, asserting further. Yes, differ from, absolutely. Good. I can even say devoid of. Yes. So these kinds of collocations, try to use them and try to include at least 5 in your essay. You should learn 10 prepositional collocations at least and try to include at least 5 in your essay. It definitely improves your score. Yes, Satakshi, control over is also a prepositional collocation. Yes, also known as prepositional phrases. So if you want to learn these and suppose you don't know where to start, you can Google it, prepositional phrases for writing. You'll find a long list. From that, select any 10 and learn those 10 properly. Learn the usage of it correctly. Yes. So once you learn the usage of these prepositional collocations and apply them in your writing, you will definitely see an improvement, although it's not a prepositional collocation. Okay. Although is a contrast sign. Prepositional collocations are always 2 words, at least 2 words. Swati, I just told you, you can Google prepositional collocations for writing. Google it, you'll get a long list. Select any 10 and learn it properly. Agree with. Agreement about also, yes, but we don't use that very much. Agree with is more commonly used. All right. Okay. So now I think all of you know what prepositional collocations are, and you will start making a list. I want you to make a list. Okay. If you've not done that already, make a notebook. Please make a notebook and write down prepositional collocations. Collocations are nothing but set of words, right? Pairs. So detrimental to. To is a preposition. It is added along with a word. So this is what I meant. Devoid of. Of is a preposition. It is added along with another word. This is what we call prepositional collocation. And those of you who are asking me for a list, I just wrote some examples on the board, right? And I want you to Google it, make a notebook, and guys, I just explained what a collocation is. Please pay attention. Collocations are pairs of words. For example, devoid of, accustomed to, right? To is a preposition and I've added that with another word. So together, this is what we call a collocation. So how much can we use in task 2? I already answered that as well. Try to use at least 5 in one essay. Yes, succumb to, absolutely. So please use these in your essays. They are definitely useful and they improve your score. Okay, next, similarly, you should have a list of 10 uncommon words. Okay, I'm not giving you the list of words. I want you to find a list of 10 uncommon words, right? So you can Google this as well, right? Uncommon words for essay writing. Look it up. You will find a long list. I am not giving you the words because different people will find it easier to remember different words. So you can choose words that you think you will remember properly. And please don't learn the words individually. You should be memorizing the example, not the words. Okay? Not the words. You should not learn the words. You should learn the example, because only when you learn the example, you will know how to use it. You will know what preposition it is used with. Yes? So please start making a list. If you don't already have a list, you should be making a list, and you should be learning those words with the example. The example is more important than the word. Yes? Okay. Okay. So Shona has given me the word acumen. So if I just learn the word acumen and I don't know how to use it, then it is pointless. But instead, if I remember the sentence, he has acquired business acumen over the years. If I say this, then if I remember this example, I can say that I can at least guess the meaning of the word, right? So it is necessary for us to learn words with example sentences. So whatever list you are making, make a list of the examples, not just the words. Okay. All right. So next thing is restructuring examples. Now, restructuring examples is important because why? Many students will write example like this. My father told me that there used to be, what can I say, dolphins in the Ganges. Right? Okay. So this is an example. Yes. And it is a personal example. Right? And see, there is nothing wrong with using a personal example. It is okay to use a personal example. But if you want a really good band score, it is preferable not to structure it like this. So instead of saying, my father told me that there used to be dolphins in the Ganges, this is no longer true because of water pollution or because of pollution. Instead of writing the example like this, it is better to structure it this way. Yes, they want personal experience. Yes, absolutely. It's totally okay to do that. But it is better to structure it without the use of mind. So I can say, marine life has been affected considerably. For instance, the debris in the river or the debris in the Ganges has caused the dolphins to migrate. Yes. So I'm still giving the same example and I'm still giving it from my experience or my knowledge, but I am not using a personal pronoun, right? So a personal pronoun is, it is better to avoid the use of a personal pronoun. Can I give specific percentages, etc.? Don't, it is okay if you want to give specific percentages, but please don't write. Please, I'm begging you, please don't write in a journal published by so-and-so article, university published so-and-so article in the journal of blah, blah. Please do not write this. You can find this information in the IDP site itself. They clearly say not to structure examples like this because that part of the sentence is not adding any value. That part of the sentence does not add anything to your essay, right? So please do not write that I read in a so-and-so article in a journal published by this university. or a recent study published, etc. Please don't write it like that. Okay. All right. So this is a good way to structure the example. Don't use personal pronouns. Don't use study, research, journals, etc. Yes, this is what your example should look like. Okay. Next, complex sentences. This we have already. Dolphins are evacuated? No, have been. If you are talking about something that has happened over a period of time, you should say have been, past participle. Okay, so let's continue from here. Okay, so before we continue with an example, we will be looking at an example in the last 10 minutes. Before that, let me quickly tell you about our speaking room feature. Now, I know that a lot of you have been posting even on the chat today. Is anyone interested in practicing with me? So this is the perfect way for you to practice with others. You can ask your friends to join. You can practice with your friends. So most of the time, students often tell me that I want to practice, but I don't have someone to practice with. So the speaking rooms feature on our app is the best place for you to practice with whoever you want to practice with. It is a great place for you to go to regardless of time. And I'm saying this particularly because I do have students who are practicing at 1:30 in the night because they are working a late evening shift. So you can download the IELTS Prep by LeapScholar app and you can join the speaking rooms. Let me write it here. This is the name of the app. You can download this app and you will be able to access the speaking rooms feature where you can practice with whoever you want to practice, and you can practice whenever you want to. There is always someone practicing in the speaking room section, so you can definitely make use of this. Premal says it has helped her a lot. I'm very happy to hear that, Premal. So those of you who have been using the speaking rooms, is it paid? No, it's free. It's completely free. It is no, Mahima, that's not true. Speaking rooms are completely free forever. It's not 1 use, 2 use, nothing like that. Speaking rooms are completely free. All you need to do is download the IELTS Prep by LeapScholar app, and you will find the speak option in the bottom bar. You can host a session or you can join a session by anyone else. If you are using an iOS device, you can use it on your PC or laptop by using an Android simulator, such as BlueStacks. I have tried this. It works perfectly. I tried, and the app is called IELTS Prep by LeapScholar. If you are using an iOS device, you can use an Android simulator and download the app from there. Okay. Some questions here about this. Okay, I think I've answered the question about iOS device. Harry, I already answered that question. Do not write scientists found that, they did this survey, they did that survey. No, don't use that. The app is called IELTS Prep by LeapScholar. Guys, I have written it here on the board. Speaking clubs are different. That is by a trained evaluator. Speaking rooms are a place for you to practice with your friends or to practice with other students. Yes, you can join the speaking rooms and practice with other students. You can hear feedback. Others will tell you, okay, you spoke really well, or maybe we can try this, maybe we can try that. So all the things that you are learning in class, all the things you are learning during the master class, you will be able to apply that only if you have a place to practice. So this is a perfect place for you to practice. Yes, Android emulators. Okay, I think I wrote simulator. Android emulators is what I'm talking about. You can use BlueStacks and download the app from that. If you are using an iOS device. If you have an Android device, you can directly download the app. How many students are available in the speaking club? Moninder, speaking club is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the speaking rooms feature. The speaking rooms feature is completely free and it is available on the app. App is not available on iOS, which is why I'm asking you to download BlueStacks, and through BlueStacks, you can still use the app if you are having an iOS device. Can we write the essays in capital letters? If you're writing paper-based test, yes. Nanda Gopal, you're asking about speaking clubs. I'm not talking about speaking clubs right now. Speaking clubs are for students from the batches. Speaking rooms are completely free and available to everyone. Okay. All right. So I hope that all of you will start using the speaking rooms. It is extremely useful. And I myself do join speaking rooms whenever I have the time. I like to join and help out students who are practicing. So please do make use of the speaking room feature. And I have already answered the question about iOS many times. The app is not available on iOS, but you can download an Android emulator and you can download the app through it. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Another thing is that those of you who will attend any 4 master classes through the week, you will be able to unlock a certificate by LeapScholar, and you will also unlock a fast track course worth $299. It will be completely free. You have fast track videos that you have lifetime access to. You can watch them whenever you want, and it includes the grammar section where you can learn the construction of compound sentences and complex sentences as well. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you will get reminders for the master classes that happen every day. And we will also be giving you homework. So please come back and join tomorrow's masterclass as well. Tomorrow, same time, 4 o'clock, I will be conducting a masterclass tomorrow also, and we will be talking about this more in detail. So this is the schedule for the masterclasses in the upcoming days. So as you can see, tomorrow, 25th March, I have a writing special class where I will be talking more about the writing skills that we discussed today. And so many masterclasses are present. Please make sure to click on the bell icon so that you will get a reminder when you look at the masterclasses. Yes? Okay. So let's look at today's homework. Are we ready? Tomorrow, we are going to talk more in detail about generation of ideas, and we will also be talking about, I'm an old student. Okay, I will answer that question over Telegram. Please reach out to me there. Okay, so today's homework. Yes, all right. So I'm going to write an essay question, and I want you to come up with ideas, and I'll tell you how I want you to do. Okay, so this is the question. Many parents insist on, many parents pressure, or many parents ask their children to not to spend time on other activities. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss in class tomorrow. The first 10 minutes, we are going to talk about this particular question, right? And I want you to generate 6 to 8 ideas. After that, I want you to choose one important idea. Yes. And then I want you to choose 3 smaller ideas for each paragraph. Yes. So 6 to 8 ideas totally. In that, for advantages, I want you to choose one important idea and 3 small ideas. And for disadvantages, I want you to choose one important idea and 3 smaller ideas. Yes, can we do this? No, Sarabjit, no 70-30. This is advantages, disadvantages. Equal, they have to be equal. Okay, so this is the homework for today. Tomorrow we are going to discuss this and I'm going to check, did you select the important idea, which is including the smaller ideas? You remember we talked about this earlier. Pollution was the main idea. And then inside that, my smaller ideas were water pollution, noise pollution, air pollution, right? So I want you to have one important idea, which includes the other 3. Then you can elaborate using those other 3. Yes? Yes. Many parents ask their children not to spend time on other activities. So they only want them to study. Okay, let me make it more clear. Ask their children to focus on education and not to spend time on other activities. What are the advantages and disadvantages? So this is the homework for today. Please make sure you take a screenshot or you note down the question. Tomorrow we will be discussing this question and I will be giving you a sample answer for this question. Yes? Don't write conclusion. Don't write the essay. I just want the points, only the points. And tomorrow I'll be teaching you a trick to use for fantastic ideas. So you want those tricks? There is a very, very nice trick, a shortcut method to come up with new ideas, which I'm going to teach you tomorrow. So come back at 4 o'clock tomorrow and we will be talking about the trick that you can use for discussion type essays. Yes? Okay, great. All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining me today and I will see you all tomorrow. Please make sure to subscribe and you can join all our other masterclasses as well. Make sure to watch the recordings on YouTube. Thank you. See you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Thank you, everyone. See you. Yes, thank you.